Kyle Manungai starting out at running back. And he has been fantastic here this year. And finding Christian Dremel.
Well, there'll be times here where it's just a straight play action, and there will be times where it's a true run-pass option. This appears to me to be more of a play-action look, where Wimsatt the entire time is looking down the field, and there's a...
Seahawks showing blitz, and Wimsatt calmly finds his receiver Jackson, Jackson. Coming out of that timeout, 2nd and 9, Wimsatt back to throw, trying to loft it up. Jackson was his target.
How that's been enhancing this season. So, you may look at it and say, well, he's throwing it into double coverage, but he's actually throwing it over double coverage, trying to give his receiver an opportunity, and it's a very clean pocket. Pass protection was exceptional there.
First in completion for Wimsatt here today, but they divided it up on this drive here so far. 3 runs and 3 passes for the Scarlet Knights offense. Wimsatt instead will call his own number. A design quarterback run gets stopped right at... Scarlet Knights offense picked up a field goal on their first drive, and this time Wimsatt going way deep downfield. His intended receiver, Isaiah Washington, with Travis Laster on the coverage.
He doesn't need to keep running. I think Gavin Wimsatt threw it exactly where he intended to throw the football. It seemed that maybe Washington just had an issue sort of tracking the ball in flight, but off of play action under some duress. Gavin Wimsatt was able to feed it downfield. This turns into sort of a skinny post. I think Washington just kind of slowed up for a bit. Lost his footing during the route.
John Joya, another talented defender here for Wagner, providing some pressure on Wimsatt on that play. 2nd down. Whips it over to the sideline. First snaps, he's in the backfield and the offset next to Wimsatt. Wimsatt, design quarterback run, and he gets pushed back to the 5-yard line. Wimsatt, all kinds of time, and he misses his target, Jackson. Wimsatt, again looking to his right, touchdown, Dremel.
Multiple passes in a row, trying to feed it towards the sideline. And this is an example of what we were just discussing, where he sees the one-on-one matchup. If this is towards the back hip of Christian Dremel, there's an opportunity.
Wimsatt back to throw for the first time on this drive. He's got a wide open Jackson, who dives and makes the grab.
Because initially you had a defender, Justin Smith, down over the slot. That turned it into double coverage for a moment. That transition
start, he got hurt in that game.
LB, as that safety, Justin Smith, worked over towards the flat, this may have already been a predetermined double move, but the reason you walk the safety over there is that you're hoping the quarterback's going to take a chance on the shorter pass. You can cut it off.
And as Daniel Kaloka Wimsatt the throw, too high for Dremel.
Dangerous territory in the red zone because of all the different bodies there on the inside. So he wants.
Rolling out Wimsatt. Finds his tight end, diving for the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Sean Bowman with his first touchdown of the season. And a flag on the near side.
The entire defense anticipated the run would come to the boundary side.
Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Because the pass was completed beyond the line of scrimmage, then they're not allowed to have linemen downfield there. They'll give you about 3 yards. But once you start to work beyond that 3-yard territory, Brian Felter, the officials end up ruling, was too far downfield. That's what ends up drawing the penalty flag.
Wimsatt again decides to throw. To Dremel. Turns, ties for the end zone. Touchdown.
His knee just came down short at the 1-yard line. It'll be a difficult call for the officials to make in live action. With that right knee in the shin area. Work.
2 receivers to the top of your screen, which is where Wimsatt was rolling out. And good defensive play by
the pass into the flat. early on, but he's thinking 6. He's hungry for a touchdown. He wanted to feed the ball into the end zone, and then he held it for just an extra moment, and that's where Jaquay Jackson wasn't able to quite get there. But he could have hit Dremel right away and just sort of taken his profit. But that's the
2, and Jackson's now at the near side of your screen. Looks to his right, Washington with a low throw.
Around, moving teammates around, 3rd and long here. See if they bring it.
Floats it to Jackson. Basket catch and brought down at the 5-yard line.
This time just a shallow cross, dragging across the formation.
Wimsatt keeps it himself. He's got some daylight. Wimsatt's into the end zone for the touchdown.
RPO, where the mesh point, he's looking at the edge defender, and they crashed down so hard, and there were multiple receivers he could have potentially fed the football to. 72 rushing yards. I think that's a very big deal, and will continue, in my opinion, to be a bigger part of how Kirk Ciarrocca operates with this offense, and Gavin Wimsatt.
Announcing him as the starter at this year's media days in Indianapolis. Wimsatt's going to take the sack, and John Choya gets it. It's his offense. Showing pressure, Wimsatt rolls right out of it and rolls right in for another touchdown.
Because of how this play builds off of what we saw so frequently from Rutgers earlier in the game. The inside zone play, so at the mesh.
Never did that. Wimsatt, play action. Floats a long ball, and again, the pass is deflected.
Didn't necessarily need to hold it. To scissors concept, where they had both receivers starting from the outside of the formation, crossing at midfield, and the amount of time that Gavin Wimsatt holds.
Wimsatt again, some time to throw. He'll tuck and run. And brought down by Armani Itote. Recruited, there was a question on if Rutgers should take a risk on him coming out of high school. Don Bosco prep, of course. Jackson makes a 4th down play. Thank you, Megan. Yeah, Rutgers, by the way, is 3 for 3 on 4th down plays. Make it 4 for 4, and another 1st down pickup. Isaiah Washington in those ping pong challenges, and really they should play to 21. But here's the 4th down conversion.
I mean, you got to squat at the 6. If you're a defensive back, you got to know where the 1st down marker is. There's a lot of space, a lot of distance being given up there by.
And a steady dose of about basically the same 11 here on this drive. Wimsatt again back to throw. The catch is made. Getting a foot down is Strong.
All right, as opposed to being a DB, let's go ahead and make a wide receiver out of Ian Strong, and he's figuring out not only the playbook, but just the way to run routes, to smooth it.
Of about 8 offensive linemen in the first half. And we have a great story of a player who's on the field right now going deep downfield. Jackson trying to make the play. A flag comes out.
Here in the first season of his college career.
Defense, number 24. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
And he had several conversations. You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to? I mean, we can keep you a part of the team, but maybe playing isn't in your future. And he said that who's your running back? And Dremel gets the 1st down. He's taken every snap for Rutgers here this year. Wimsatt chased and pressure coming. He gets the ball away and into Sean Bowman.